man, we are back giving another reaction video, man. We got the most extreme penny pinchers. Extreme Cheapskates. This is a couple compilation of videos, I think, from this series of the cheapest people in the world. So we're gonna get right into it. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and join the family, man. We're on our road to 30K. This is the cheapest people, man. Let's see what they've been doing, man. I'm interested.
Barbershop owner Barry Cosart lives in Queens, New York with his fiancée. And although his customers tolerate him cutting both hair and costs, Gabriella does not.
To save on toilet tissue, I use 10 pieces, 10 squares every day. That's a daily routine. Sometimes Gabriella, she's like, no, and we get in a little argument over that, a little petty, but I try to save as much as possible.
Barry can be so cheap, it drives me crazy.
Barry leaves me with 10 pieces of toilet paper. Now, my payback to Barry, I leave him with absolutely nothing. I'll use all of it, just so he can see how it feels when you're stranded on a toilet bowl.
Gabriella is the woman for me because she's not too hard on me, she showed me a good time, and I think we're a perfect couple. If I want a drink, I make my own alcohol. One night at a bar, if you buy liquor and beers, it can run you up to $50 to $75 to $100 a night. All these ingredients here is no more than like $5. The sugar and the candy, it makes it really sweet and helps it ferment it. If I go to the liquor store and buy real wine, that'll be about $15 to $20 or more. So I save a lot with doing this.
First of all, bro.
Let it sit.
Hold on.
Room temperature.
First of all, wine is already cheap. I don't understand what he mean by saving money by not buying wine. Now, I can say if you're buying a fifth or something like that for alcohol, but wine is already cheap to me. If you buy, obviously if you buy the bottles, that's one thing. But if you buy, what is it called? The box wine? Bro, that's a lot of wine in there for about what, 15 to 20 bucks? I don't know what he's talking about. That'll last a while too.
There go the hooch. Hooch.
Barry has significantly trimmed down the $582 the average couple spends on alcohol each year. But it's actual food costs, which can eat up approximately 12% of a person's annual income, that he finds hard to swallow.
Do we want to go out to eat, or are we going to come back home? Because I know usually you don't like to go out when there's food in the fridge. How about we actually go out and eat?
All right, let's go and eat this.
I seem like that was a hard situation.
Barry has discovered a way to go out and then eat.
It's gonna be good.
Driving for as little as 15 minutes can heat a car engine to temperatures of approximately 200 degrees, as hot as most stovetops. By cooking simple ingredients on the engine, he saves on home utilities like gas.
Ain't no way he went outside. One, is cold. Two, he went outside and just started to cook on his engine. Oh my God.
And electricity.
I cook that food on the car engine. Cooking eggs, sweetheart.
I feel like you
know, I know Barry, and I know
dramatic,
how he is,
bro.
and I don't know why I expected something more than this.
I don't get how.
Hates my cheap ways, but she knows that's just
like
how I
fake,
am.
bro.
I just love saving money. I love being cheap. That's just me.
Barry will never change his cheapskate ways. I don't think he's capable of it.
I don't get how, one, you know, my lips white in them. Like, you know, that they come in to record or whatever. I feel like he went over the top with it. Just for the, I don't know. That can't be real. And she's still with him. I don't get it.
I like to go spin on a little bike to get my workout on.
Okay.
Getting on it and pedaling, I'm just in that zone, and I get burning. You feel the burn. I'm listening to my tunes. It just feels good to exercise, and I just love it.
Right, here's your stuff. I see Jenny probably 2 times a week. When Jenny first came, I thought she was in the market to purchase a piece of exercise equipment. Most customers will come in and, demo the equipment, maybe.
You're the problem. You're the problem. You need to leave. There's no way that you allow this woman to work out in your store. You tell her to buy it or she got to get out.
2 or 3 times before making a purchase. All right, thanks, guys. I appreciate it very much. Good luck this season. After 6 or 7 visits, I realized that Jenny wasn't here to demo the equipment.
My habits may be extreme to some people, but I show it off to everybody, whatever it is. It makes me happy. Bye.
There's no way that that's allowed.
Instead of going to gyms, I just go to these sporting goods stores for about 45 minutes a day.
All right.
See it. Going to a gym, paying for a membership. I mean, that's like $75 a month. It doesn't cost
gym
me
are
a
you
dime
going to
work out in that sporting goods store. I've always been really cheap, and it's just kind of been something that I have always done. I just get a good feeling out of not
I
spending a
wonder
lot
why these couples, like the dude before and her, aren't together. Like, and see how I want to see a couple like that together.
money, but yet still accomplishing whatever goal I have. I absolutely hate spending money on things that I can't see the next day if it's gone. On the average, most people, they fill up their tanks once, twice a week. It can cost $60, $70 to fill up a tank. And then you go home and park your car in the garage and you may not go nowhere. So you just spend $60 to sit.
Bro.
Hey, can I get $3.36 worth of gas?
You sure can.
When it comes to gas is kind of like makeup. You know, less is more. When you buy less, you use less, and you save more. When I get gas, I only get a gallon at a time. 1 gallon of gas, 1 gallon a day, saves me money. Restricts where I go.
Bro. But the thing is, the time it takes for her
Stephanie's
to
job
put
as a
that
flight
away.
attendant keeps her traveling for 20 days a month. But when she's not up in the air, her home is in Dallas, Texas.
My mother used to say, make sure you turn out the light before you leave the room. And of course, nobody pays attention to that until I started paying the bill. Before I leave, I turn off all the electricity at the circuit breaker. Even though I'm not using my appliances, they're still sucking up electricity.
Standby power can draw as much as 250 watts a day from major appliances.
I guess I'm not mad at that.
By
That's
cutting the
at least
electricity
decent.
to everything but the refrigerator, Stephanie saves an average of $30 a month on her electric bill.
When the
I
passengers
guess.
leave the plane, I go through and check for a meal that's left by a pilot or a passenger. There's really neat stuff here, like ravioli, pasta primavera.
Stephanie's idea of fine dining is bringing home what the airline's leftover. We open up a refrigerator and it looks like a deli.
The
don't get
food is
how you can-
perishable items. They're gonna throw it away if I
Marry
don't
people.
take it home and eat it. I'm saving myself about $15 on every meal. In
This
first
ain't
class,
as
they
bad.
serve mixed nuts. In main cabin, they serve the regular nuts. Now, if they're unopened, you're not allowed to take them. But of course, if they're open, I bag them up, I bring them home. A jar of mixed nuts is about $8. I don't have to pay for them. They're good for snacking, and they're really good for protein.
This ain't as bad as other people though, for some weird reason. I mean, yes, it's the ones that people were eating.
They're still good. They didn't touch them. If they were gonna touch them, they probably would have eaten them.
Whether they're stale or good, she will continue to eat them until they're all gone.
The covers that go on the airline pillows are thrown away at the end of the day. Most flight attendants don't want those dirty pillows, but I found good use for them.
Doing what?
Before I do anything, I make sure that I boil them down. By boiling the pillow covers, you're basically sanitizing them, getting rid of any germs or lice or anything
That
that
makes
passengers
sense.
might have left behind.
That makes sense.
These are the ones that have already dried. What I do with them is I cut them into little triangles.
For what? For what?
They
This
make,
is what makes
voila,
the difference.
the perfect coffee filter.
Every good deal is not a good deal. The airline throw them away. They throw them away for a reason.
These pillowcase coffee filters save Stephanie about $6 a year, and she's able to save even more with
Ain't
the
no-
pillows themselves.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. To me, if you worried about saving $6 a year, do you know how much $6 a year is? $6. Hold on. Let's do the math, y'all. Let's do the math. So we got $6 a year. Okay, 6 divided by 365. Can y'all see that? That's how much she's saving in a day. In one day. A penny and a half, if I'm counting that right. That's a penny and a half. I can't. I may be wrong if I timed that. If I looked at that, I'll tell me.
What I've determined is to make the perfect fluffy pillow, you need 4 little airline pillows.
That's not bad.
Stephanie
Though.
has
She's not as
what I
bad as
thought
these
from
other
this
people.
looks like a nice blanket. Until closer investigation, it's a bunch of little airline blankets or something she took and she sewed them together.
There's 4 gray airline blankets on the top, and then there are 4 red ones on the bottom, so it's reversible.
I'm not sleeping on that. I don't think it's a good idea because other people have been on those blankets. You don't know what they've been doing on them.
And on the inside,
She washed? I
I
don't
made
know,
my
man.
comforter filling with airline pillows.
I tolerate Stephanie being tight, being cheap, being frugal because I love her.
I guess, man. Not me. Not me at all.
Hey, welcome back. You have a good rest of your day, okay? Let me get back in.
What's he doing?
Sometimes the tenants in this building will drop stuff, and it's, you know, kind of good to double check. You never know what you're gonna get. Got a nickel, got a quarter, and a stick of gum. As a doorman concierge in New York City, I have the key to the city.
No, you don't. All right.
Hey. Being a doorman, it's freebie land, like 100%. I've never approached a tenant to ask for anything. It's just my charm.
I've given RJ mostly clothes, pants, some running sneakers.
Okay. All right, now I look like Derek on the weekends. You know, it is what they say. One man's trash is another's treasure. The average rent to live in Manhattan is around $3,900.
Okay.
But I managed to live rent-free in New York for the past 2 years. I'm not homeless. I have a lot of homes. Right now, I'm staying rent-free at a beautiful home in the Upper West Side.
Ow.
Instead of renting or subletting or whatever these other people do, I've managed to live rent-free, like from place to place, babysit, dog sit, plant sit. I sit for everybody. I do not sublet, I no-let.
Wait.
The average American moves twice a decade. RJ typically house sits in over 50 places each year. And after 3 months in this loft, today is moving day.
For me to survive in New York City, all I need is my base. It happens to be on wheels, it's my foundation, and it's my mobile cart. I use this cart to kind of go from place to place.
So he just babysits or like house sits people's places? All right, y'all. I'm gonna keep watching.
Place, you know, when I'm house sitting or cat sitting or plant sitting, I just kind of have this with me, and all my stuff's in here.
He also gets paid to do that.
All the gear and clothing and stuff for work are gonna be over here, and then have like my photos, just so I can kind of make everywhere that I'm at feel like home for a little bit. If I'm not supposed to use a kitchen, in my mobile contraption, I've got it all taken care of. Everything on this cart goes with me everywhere.
No.
When you try to push the mobile cart around New York City, that's not fun, that's not easy.
It's the soup for me, bro.
I get every look in the world. Cars honk at me all the time. I've had my altercation with a cab or two, but I keep it moving.
Hey, RJ.
I've been to places that I don't even think are on the map.
Really quick, the brief rundown.
Okay.
This is the rabbit. His name is Sir Winston.
Winston, okay.
Okay.
So houseplant's pretty easy, just water as you see needed. Mail would go here. I prefer to have somebody stay in my house whenever I leave town. In case an emergency happens, someone breaks in, there's a small fire, something like that, then there's somebody on site who can take care of it.
Your house is in good hands. Don't even worry about it.
Thank you, RJ.
Bye.
Bye.
The rules of being a no-let, very, very simple. If you move it, you put it back. If you mess it up, you clean it up. Just have some respect.
I mean,
my no-let lifestyle affects the personal and social aspects of who I am, like, tremendously. I mean, I don't even have a permanent place to live. that's the sacrifice that doesn't allow me to say, hey, everybody, let's
I
come
don't
to
know, man.
RJ's place. You know, let's have a nice dinner party or whatever. There's certain bonds that I maybe won't have with other people because I don't live the same life they do.
Okay, silly rabbit, here we go.
Okay, okay, baby.
That's different, man. I'll tell me, man. That's different. That's different. I felt like the first two people was extreme. Girl, one, I don't know why the owner allows her to work out on that equipment. No one's gonna buy that. Losing it. I don't know. Scared to say something to her or what. But the first two, bro, I felt like it had to be a joke. There's no way she say, let's go out to eat. He leaves, drives a couple blocks away, has the eggs and everything, and cooks it on his engine. I feel like that's wasting money in general. That's not cheap at all. You just basically wasting the car engine. I guess. I don't know. Y'all tell me, man. But that's the video, man. This was different than what I normally react to, but this is the type of stuff will be on TikTok and everything like that too. So I'm trying to be different. Y'all tell me. Appreciate y'all.